your first alert forecast from 15 News.
6:49 is the time on this Sunday morning, and we are tracking a wintry mix for you starting this afternoon and heading into the evening hours. We've been talking about this for a few days now, and so we just got to get through today, and then after that we do have quite a warm up ahead as we head through the rest of the upcoming work week. Right now this morning in Madison we are seeing a temperature of 8 degrees, so it is a chilly start to the morning, but the good news is winds are calm. We're not having that wind chill to deal with, but here's a look at where temperatures stand throughout the area. We're having an issue with the sensor up in Montello. It is not -3 degrees. We are in the single digits though throughout most of southern Wisconsin. As you head further to the south and to the west, we are a little bit warmer. Where we are in the upper teens to low 20s down along the state line, but it is 5 degrees in Baraboo, 9 in Beaver Dam, 4 down in Watertown. And as we head through the rest of the day, these will continue to warm. Will be a little bit warmer than where we were yesterday, and like I mentioned, we are going to continue this warm up here over the coming days. But waking up this morning, you can see mostly clear skies out there under high pressure. That's what allowed those temperatures to drop pretty significantly in some of those spots where we've kept the clear skies around for a bit longer. But the clouds will continue to fill in as we head through the rest of the day, and that is out ahead of our next weather maker. We do have a winter weather advisory for a couple of our northernmost counties there in Juneau and Adams County, and then extending into central and northern portions of the state of Wisconsin. So as we head into the afternoon, this is 12 o'clock, the clouds start to fill back in, and then I do think timing wise, anywhere between 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. is where we will start to see this precipitation moving in. I do think it will start off largely as some very light snowfall as temperatures look to be cold enough throughout the atmosphere to support this snowfall. Greatest chances will be to the north of I-94, but even then really only expecting total accumulations up to a ½ an inch. But as we head through the rest of the night, I think dry air is going to start to eat away at some of this precipitation, and that's what will get us into that chance for some freezing drizzle to start to mix in, especially as temperatures will be warming above that freezing mark as you go higher up in the atmosphere. So we'll have this light snow but also freezing drizzle mix as we head into the evening hours, and then we continue to lose that moisture, and we will be drying out as we head through the overnight hours and into early Monday morning. So Monday, this model shows a little bit of some light snow showers. I do think will remain dry, but that cloud cover will remain in place. But it's late Monday night into Tuesday where we will be getting into that next chance for precipitation that could start off as some freezing drizzle early Tuesday, but then switching over to rain as temperatures warm, as we will be seeing highs in the 40s as we head through the week. So for today, sticking with the cooler air, 29 degrees will be our high in Madison, upper 20s to low 30s throughout the area. Lows tonight really going to be pretty mild in the mid to upper 20s. We're not going to cool down too much with a southerly wind in place, and that's going to help us warm those temperatures up into Monday. We will be seeing highs in the 30s. Again, some slight chances of rain early Tuesday, tapering off by the afternoon. And take a look at those highs. We are at 43 degrees on Wednesday, 45 Thursday, but we'll cool back down into the 30s as we head into the week.